Hey everyone, welcome to the USA Crypto Group. Today we have CoinMerge with us for this amazing AMA session. CoinMerge is a social media platform designed to be the premier one-stop shop for all the crypto needs. Like always, this is not financial advice and there's no commitment to the team. With that, I'd like to welcome Funk from CoinMerge. Funk, it's a pleasure having you guys here, with us at the USA Crypto Group. To talk about your project. Been hearing about your project for a while now. If you can start out introducing yourself, your experience, and as well as talk about a bit about your core team as well.
Yeah, so I'm Funkadilala, and I go by Funk. I do have a real name in real life too, and we are an LLC. CoinMerge is an LLC, and we do have a Doxxed owner, Matthew Goodhead. I've just always remained anonymous, and I've preferred and liked my anonymity, but a couple of our team members are doxxed, and our company does have an ownership under Matthew Goodhead of Texas, and you can look up our LLC papers. We are transitioning to an S Corp probably in the next couple of months or so. It's been a bit of a process to get those tax papers changed and all those things, but yeah, you can go look us up on just Texas, basically legal liable companies, search results right there. So yeah, I've been in crypto for probably only a year and a half now, to be honest with you. I haven't been in that long, but basically I got into this by just being a really passionate investor and kind of really hyping up tokens and getting people excited and kind of being like a little bit of a really good shiller, I guess you could call, when I first started. And then eventually I was invited to be into a couple of like elite kind of teams or squads that kind of did that, and then I got invited to actually work for cryptocurrencies as a marketer and as a promoter, because I generally felt that I could move people to invest in things. And since then, it's been a crazy ride. I got into CoinMerge over a year ago now, about a year and 1 month ago. So 13 months ago, I got into CoinMerge, and I've kind of transitioned and found a lot of out of the CMO role, out of the marketing role, and found a lot of passion in operations and developing, kind of being in a large way in charge of the development of the platform, managing the developers that work for us, finding new developers to work for us, and just finding really important resources that have helped us grow throughout this experience. Other members of the team are our owner and CEO. He can't be here today. His name is Matthew Goodhead. He's from Texas. We have a lead graphics design guy who we call our creative director. His name is Lloyd. He goes by Lloyd Christmas. And then we have our CTO, our Chief Technical Officer. He goes by KO on Telegram and our platform as well. So he's our lead coder. He does mostly all the coding that you see before you, but we've just recently hired on some new developers, which I'm excited to talk about a little bit later. And last but not least, we have A1, who is our new CMO, more or less. He really handles the outreach, the community incentives, like the Twitter blasts, kind of like setting things up. He asked our graphics guy for graphics, for promotions. He set up this very AMA, I believe. So yeah, A1's been amazing since he's come on the team. So that's kind of the core team. We also have some other people. We have, my name is Mud. He handles VCs and other kind of corporate alliances and things like that. And, and a lot of really invested, both emotionally and financially, investors who help us out in beta testing and all kinds of different stuff. So we've got a really robust community and a really robust team.
Yeah, thanks for that introduction there, Funk. Yeah, A1 and I have been speaking, back and forth for a while now, and I can tell you what, he's a quite negotiator. So I think he's maybe more than just a CMO over there.
Yeah, he's a. I'll say this: everyone on our team, I can't speak for myself, but are really like top of the line people and just really, really intelligent, really hardworking, and all business at the end of the day. And that's what we kind of stand by, is making sure that the people in charge of this thing are the kinds of people that are confident and can run a company.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely sense that, you being in operations, yeah, I mean, you will represent the team. So that's awesome. Seems like you guys do have a pretty extensive background as well in the space. So that's always good to see. Yeah, so let's talk about I had a chance to look at your platform. Within 2 minutes, I kind of know exactly what your mission is. It's very, very simple, very well structured. Pretty much a platform where users can interact with one another, a platform where projects can raise awareness and build a community, as well as an efficient and convenient place for the crypto enthusiasts to gather all the relevant information, right, to make that informed financial decisions. So you guys want to build something like pretty much everything, like you put it, one-stop shop. Yeah, I mean, obviously you saw some inefficiency and problems out there. What were the major factors that inspired you guys to build this concept?
Yeah. So in February or March of 2021, we had essentially our CEO, Matt Goodhead, said was really annoyed because he had like 100 different tabs open when he does crypto. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys have run into this. And this is nothing new. People have been complaining about this for a long time. People have obviously been complaining about how hard it is to get into DeFi as well and all these different things. So we're not claiming to have been the first to identify that as a problem or anything like that. We know tons of different cryptos are working on trying to solve the inefficiency and scatteredness of DeFi in general. But he saw it back in 2021 at the beginning, and he said his biggest thing was he hated that when he was on Telegram, he couldn't see the charts for the tokens he was looking at. It's like, this should all just be in one thing, and that's what his vision was. Well, his vision wasn't exactly the easiest thing to do. Telegram is well worth well over 10 billion to my knowledge, and charting services like Dex Tools and KuCoin are also worth in the hundreds of millions. So his vision wasn't an easy task to basically actualize, but he had the vision, and it was a good vision, and it was a great idea, and it was an idea that inspired a lot of people. So from there, we launched this platform in October of last year, and it was very, very rudimentary. Anyone who saw this platform when it first came out to where it is now would be forever bullish on our project. In fact, we've made a lot of believers just because of how far it's come. A lot of people that sold or never bought in actually kind of switched over and came over because of the progress we've made since then. But yeah, as we've really gotten into it and started developing it, we realized that just having the chat rooms and the charts in the same place wasn't enough. And maybe that was partially on me, but we said, why shouldn't there be an NFT marketplace integrated into this? Why shouldn't there be like CMC project pages where you can see all the information for relevant projects? Why shouldn't there be voting, like the voting sites that you do? Why shouldn't there be news feeds and profile pages like Twitter? Why shouldn't there be educational material on here? Why shouldn't there be an asset tracker on here? Why shouldn't you be able to play games on here? The answer to all those questions is it should all be in here and in one place. And one thing that what has really helped us be scalable and become scalable and continue to be scalable is that we wanted to build it all in one site as opposed to being spread out in a bunch of different sites or a bunch of different apps. We wanted to integrate it all into one code base in one app. And that takes both a lot of foresight as well as a lot of work. Because when you're trying to add all these utilities, many of them, a chat platform or a charting platform are entire utilities in and of themselves. So to really develop it all and put it all together, it requires massive amounts of effort. But we've inspired people and we've received good funding as of late. And so we are prepared to continue to work. Even if the market turns bearish again, we're prepared to keep working for years to come. And we've garnered interest from honestly large investment firms and large private angel investors who basically think this thing is going to be part of the future of cryptocurrency. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm just describing what they see it as that. And so they have invested in us. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the problems that you said, they're very too. I mean, every day I have like 15 tabs open, right? And jumping between one to another. And I think that goes to everyone that's investing in crypto. So it's not a very convenient place with the current structures right now. So yeah, ultimately, what you guys are trying to do is you guys want to bring in efficiency and convenience to one platform. But at the same time, you pretty much cater to the investor side, but as well as the project side as well. So it's actually a very ingenious idea to have everything in one place. So I think the concept is great, and I think everyone can resonate with the concept. Whether they know they know that now, but I think once you go into your platform, you're like, oh damn, okay, well this makes a lot of sense, a lot better, right? Yeah, awesome. Yes, I'd love to get into the detail of the tabs that you were talking about. Well, the functionality that you just mentioned, like the voting and the merchandise.
I'll do a little platform demo if you want.
Yeah, definitely. So before we get into that, though, because the project is live, I just want to touch on that really quick, guys. So the project is live right now, and currently you guys on 2 chains. Is that correct? Different chains. Is that correct?
So we started on the ETH chain, and basically we were an ETH redistribution token, and we took a major hit when gas fees for the Ethereum network became like, in some cases it was like $200 to $300 to trade our token in gas fees. And obviously that kind of settled down trading volume. And so we said, well, one, BNB is more efficient, but two, there's a whole new investor base we didn't reach. So we launched a second token that was unbridged. The reason it was unbridged is because our tokenomics don't really allow for them to be bridged currently. So we launched on the BNB chain as well, and we kind of consider them 2 halves of the same whole, the same token. We really believe one CoinMerge equals one CoinMerge, and we have tons of tokenomics, which I would get into, to help keep the price balanced or keep buy pressure on the lower price token. So it does feel like investors are investing in one token. Additionally, in the future, although I haven't actually said this too much, we are open to, if certain things happen, relaunching these as one coin and airdropping everyone who held our token 1-for-1 the token they had into some kind of super merger event. So that's an option in the future as well. But yeah, so they're on both chains right now.
Okay, perfect. Well, I love the idea that you guys will trying to merge onto one token. I think that'd be just more convenient for everyone. Perfect. And I just want to touch base on what Funk said there. They are a registered LLC. For those that are not familiar with an LLC, is a legal business entity in the United States. So pretty much you have to dox yourself, and this is as safe as it can be. So you have to, do all the proper paperwork to start a business. Pretty much a business license over in the United States.
Yeah, and we operate. Sorry, I was going to say we operate and function like a business. And again, if there was ever anything illegal that we did, we'd be legally liable because we're registered as a business. Which, to speak to your point.
Exactly. So, it is a legal business entity, which you don't see a lot of the project in the space, in the crypto space, are actually registered business, right? So you don't really know who they are. So having an LLC, pretty much they're a multi-member company in a way, limited liability company. That's what it stands for. So yeah, great job on that. I think that, that gives me a lot of confidence in investing in your project. As well as I think everyone in the community, if you guys decide to invest in it. So I always look for those little things, very important. Awesome, Funk. So before I'll let you take lead, let's just touch on the tokenomics really quick.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, so the tokenomics are 10% tax, both on buys and sells on both blockchains. 5% of the tax goes into building this platform that you see before you. And the other 5% goes back to the holders in the form of ETH or BNB redistributions. So based on the number of tokens you have, basically a portion of the tax gets sold off by the router, and that BNB or ETH goes into a special pool and distributed to holders based on the percentages they hold. It's not too different from native token redistribution, such as SafeMoon or well, I can't think of more right now, but there's thousands. So yeah, it's kind of similar to that. And just by holding, you can come and claim your rewards for your Ethereum or BNB that have been built up in our platform on our rewards page, which I guess I can just switch over to rewards right here. Go to the BSC. So yeah, you can kind of see that there's a nice little rewards page here. We're actually rebuilding this. This is a little bit old, and so the styles are old to an older style that we had, and we're going to be upgrading that. But yeah, so based on, you come in here and you paste the contract address in, and it will show how many tokens you hold and how much BNB you've been paid out. Looks like this address has been paid out 4.2 BNB since those tokens were purchased, and the pending payment is 19 bucks. So yeah, it's 10% and 5% go to the company and 5% go back to the holders in the form of BNB or ETH, depending on which blockchain you buy on.
Okay, yeah, very straightforward. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. So at this point here, Funk, I'll let you take it away. You guys have a lot of information to convey to the community, so I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, so this is our platform here, and now this is the, I'll go back to the chart. Now this is the PC desktop app version. We can have, if anyone's listening, he can, or anyone else actually on the team, they can post those links into USA Crypto Group for the PC app download and the mobile app download. We are on a mobile app on Android and Apple. Now, right now, we're only web hosted, a web progressive mobile app, which means that you basically takes like web code and it kind of translates it to work for sorry, I was just looking at this person that got banned. Anyway, yeah, so it takes the code and translates it to work as a mobile app. However, in the future, we are going to be building out native code bases in both Swift and whatever the Android native coding language is, I always forget, so that they're originally native coded mobile apps, just like you experience in Telegram or Discord. So beyond that, this platform is just like you said, right off the bat, it's got pretty self-explanatory functionality. You might recognize that this looks a lot like Telegram on the left here, and on the right, it looks a lot like DexTools or the typical charting sites you see. So this is the core functionality of our site. Basically, we have 3 different lists of groups here of chats. This is something Telegram doesn't do. Telegram puts everything into one list and then also archived if you do that. But in addition to that, you can go to groups, users. So these are private groups that are created and you can come create a group here too if you want. You could click this and you could create your own group, like an investment group, just like USA Crypto Group. They could come here and create a group and start to build a following on our new platform. And we have notifications here, these little green squares to let you know that you missed a message. This is the basement. This is where our developers talk about their new updates. New dev is a madman. Kind of funny joke there. And then you have one-to-one users, DMs. So we separated these lists. We thought that would be a little bit more organized than Telegram as you experience it. And this here is cool because this is the token chat room. And what's cool about the token chat room is it's got some cool functionality. So I can click any chat here. Let's go ahead and go over to CoinMerge ERC. So this is our ERC token. And as you see, when I change the chat room, it'll automatically load up the data points. It'll automatically load up the TXNs, and it'll automatically load up the chart for you. We have minute charts, hour charts, day charts. These are currently a work in progress. These are all natively coded. This isn't iframes or embed or taking data from anywhere else. We have our own servers that's pulling our own data from the blockchain to do this the right way from the ground up. So as you can see, it's like a work in progress in terms of visual, but it does what a chart does, which is display the price in the historic history. We have line charts coming with like a really cool futuristic blue line. We've got the type of things you'd like to see here, like pooled ETH, a pooled wrapped Ethereum, the market cap, the volume for the day is pretty good, 34,000, and the current price. And then you can see all the TXNs that come in. We are adding live TXNs. So these are historic TXNs, but we're adding live. So if they come in on the blockchain, they'll come in on the site in real time. You'll be seeing that in the next week, honestly. Maybe even tonight we'll be pushing those out. So these are the kind of the main 2 functionality. Now you see these drop-down menus here, and these designs are going to be upgraded for the core of the site. You can switch between these tabs. They're almost like mini D-apps, so you can have multiple D-apps in different sides of the page. For example, here's our projects page. And the site right now is also, sometimes it takes a little bit to load because there's a lot of data coming in, but we do have optimizations coming that to reduce the lag. So here is a list of all the different tokens. You can filter by token types, meme, utility, charity, network, ERC, or BSC. If it's verified or not, we have a verification process, whether it's launched or not. And you can see there's a verified thing. And yeah, you can basically star tokens. And when you star tokens or unstar token, like let's unstar Defiant, even though they're a great token, I'm going to restar them right after. I unstarred it and it removes from my chat list. And you can see that update there. So now it's not in my chat list anymore and I don't get to see it. So basically, what else is cool about these chats here is there's this, I guess we'll get to this next. No, I'll stay in order. So I can load up a project page for CoinMerge ERC. Let's say I select CoinMerge ERC. It's going to load in and it's going to have even more data points. It's going to have market cap, the supply of the token, the total TXNs. We'll get holder count soon, I swear. It's been funny because we've been too busy to do that. It's got all the social links, like stuff you'd see on CoinMarketCap kind of, or Dex Tools, the web address, a link to the roadmap or white paper. So I could click this white paper. You won't be able to see it because I'm only screen sharing the app itself. I can copy the web address to go look at the site itself. And I can click these buttons here, trade, chat, or chart to do those different things on the token. We have an embedded YouTube video here. So I could play a YouTube video on a different project. Projects can upload YouTube videos to it. And let's talk about this trade thing here. So here's a trade icon as well. So if I'm on the Bezos chat, I can click trade. And right now it'll just pop up and automatically load Uniswap or PancakeSwap, depending on which token is on which blockchain. And you can trade this token kind of right away. So I can connect my wallet if I wanted to. Now in the PC app, I can't connect my wallet only because wallets are a browser extension. So if I was on CoinMerge.io, which also has this whole entire site on it, then I could connect my wallet and buy the tokens right on the platform. This is really beneficial for multiple reasons. One, because it keeps people from finding faulty addresses. It actually helps them make sure they're investing in the right token. Like if a token is verified with us, then you're going to know you're investing in the right token instead of a scam address that someone put in there. So yeah, you can connect your wallet and trade here. I can go back to the trade page, which I do want to show you in full detail. A lot of these are just external links to some of our partners and some other utilities. But if you're a new crypto investor and you come to CoinMerge.io and you want to find a centralized exchange to help onboarding or offboarding cryptocurrency, this site can help you find that, right? You can click here and visit a centralized exchange to help you get started on your journey. Say you didn't know that Rubik was a cross-chain swap, or say VentiSwap, or any of the other ones out there, Excel Swap. You could come here and find a cross-chain swap or a multi-signature wallet. I'm sure you all know Gnosis, or a liquidity pool locker, or NFT Marketplace. Now, most of these are outsourced links or iframes because obviously we don't have time to necessarily build all of these different utilities in here, which is fine. But over time, we do want to build these out to be in this app so that there'll be, for example, a wallet in this app that you can interact with, or an NFT marketplace in this app. Some of these we'll get to, some of these we won't. And we're definitely going to code our own swap as well. So that's kind of the trading page. I'll kind of fast forward through here because I don't want to take up all your time just demoing this thing, although there is a lot to show. Buy link. So here's a notification bell. Eventually this will notify you if you've received a message or if someone's added you as a friend, which we'll get to as well. You go to the education page, and this is one thing that we actually had a meeting about today. We just signed a partnership with a third-party company who's going to be aggregating a lot of crypto data for us. This is kind of a glossary of terms you might find in crypto. The blue means we made a custom video describing what they are. For example, I could go to all-time high and watch a custom CoinMerge made video about what all-time high means. Welcome to CoinMerge. So you can go there. We also have a blockchain library with some like tutorials for people to find. Basically, if they're trying to get into Solidity or into coding or Web3 coding, they can do there. That's education. Voting is really fun. And this can be helpful even if you don't invest our token or use our platform necessarily. Basically, tokens can come here and vote. And the most upvoted coin at the end of the week gets a week worth of promotion on the banner ad for voting. So right now we have a couple of different tokens here, and I'll just demonstrate. I can click vote, and sometimes it takes a minute because I've been on here. But yeah, and you can vote on these daily. So when you come in here and vote, I don't know why it's not working right now. It usually works. But yeah, you can come on here and vote for your favorite token, and those tokens are going to get more visibility. Oh, there it goes. It finally loaded the voted. I don't know why that took so long for right now. I'll briefly go through here. Services is just kind of crypto services. Like, are you trying to launch a token or get an audit? We just have partners for all these: listing, trending your token, digital marketing agency, equity funding, a Rolodex, and more. So that's kind of crypto services. We're going to actually marry that to the trade page. And then we talked about rewards. And the last page I'll talk about is profile page. So everyone has a profile page. And you can kind of make them custom to how you want, sort of like MySpace used to be able to do. So you can edit background and text and come in here, and you can upload an MP3 to your profile. You can change the text color and add like a cool background image if you want. You just click preview changes when you're done. And you can save changes, and I didn't change anything. So yeah, the profile pages are pretty cool. These are going through a redesign to be like a little more sleek. For example, these are hard to read, so we're going to add some more padding and make it a little more professional looking. But it's pretty fun. You can do. You can add the tokens that you're invested in. You can add your top friends on the platform, as well as some NFTs. But we have some really cool redesigns for that coming. So anyway. Oh, I see. So this person's upset because this is actually a good talking point. This person got scammed by buying a token that was a honeypot. And then the coin told them to come here and said that they were listed here as like a bragging right. So we are a completely decentralized platform, meaning that, don't get me wrong, like if we know of scam tokens, we'll absolutely remove them and we'll ban them and not allow them to be listed. But just like Telegram, we do believe in decentralization, and we do believe that people should do research and invest in what they want. Now, our platform does help people determine the authenticity of a variety of tokens because, like I said, certain tokens have to be verified with us and get a blue check mark. If you want to know that they're legitimate, we've done our due research to say that this is a safe investment to invest in. Otherwise, just like all of DeFi, it's invest at your own risk, and that's something that unfortunately or fortunately is part of DeFi. If people didn't like those elements of it, they would invest in only centralized finance. But we do. So this guy says, and this is even a good idea. So this says Smurfs Inu, and if I do find out that they're a scam, like he's saying in a honeypot, we'll go do that research. We can remove them from the platform and make sure to try to keep our platform clean. So I've been going off for a long, long time doing this demo here. It was a lot of information. I'm sure some of you, the eyes rolled back into some of your heads, but hopefully you can see that this platform has a ton of utilities on it, and it's got a lot more utilities still to come on it, and a lot more things that you can do on here. We're adding games. We're adding an asset tracker like Sorion coming up sometime soon. So those are all going to be cool things that you can do on here.
Hey, Funk, I do have a follow-up questions really quick. Now, you said one of the the perks of using your platform is that, like you said, when somebody click on that trade and able to swap or trade the tokens right on your platform, what that means is that it prevents people from buying to scam tokens or the wrong contract. With the situation with the guy there, I was going to ask you if you guys have any kind of vetting process for projects to list on. So what you're telling me is that if the token on your project or the project that has the swap is available on your project, that means that you guys have vetted that project already? Is that what it is? The question is, can anyone...
Just like Uniswap and PancakeSwap, anyone can list on Uniswap and PancakeSwap. So anyone can technically trade any token that's in Uniswap or PancakeSwap on our platform. It's simply an iframe of those. What I am trying to say, though, for example, is only one Bezoge Earth can come list here. Like if I go try to create a new project name, and try to create it as, if I go to create new project and I type in Bezoge Earth and try to create it, it'll say project already, is already exists. So we know the real Bezoge Earth is on here because it's called Bezoge Earth and it's on here. So that's going to prevent people from posting faulty contracts. So when I click this quick swap icon, I know that at least I'm buying the right contract address and I'm not getting fooled, right? So that's one way in which it can help. But no, someone could absolutely come and list a scam here, and someone could trade it and find out that it's a scam. Now, here's a big difference though, is how long on Telegram would it take? Because does this happen on Telegram? Are there scams on Telegram? Absolutely. If someone posted a scam in Telegram, how long would it take for people to find out that's a scam? Because you try to contact Telegram customer support or Uniswap or PancakeSwap customer support, there's no way anyone's going to get back to you on that. But with us, at least as soon as we find out these things can happen, we can remove that token from our platform, we can unlist it, and then do our due diligence and research and prevent more people from getting scammed. So that is one advantage that we have. But obviously, it's impossible to stop all scamming in decentralized finance because those things exist on the exchanges themselves.
Correct. Right. How many of those checked mark, either the blue mark or the verified mark, have you guys given out? And is that something that you guys do on the quite often? Put emphasis on verifying these projects?
Yeah, so we have pretty high standards for verified because we want it to mean more than I'll just go ahead and come here and sort by verified. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have only 6 verified projects listed. And a big part of that is people have to apply and follow that process. So essentially, we have really high standards, just like you'd expect from any social media company. We want to make sure that it's got good liquidity. We want to make sure that the owners are doxed to us. They need to have an audit on their token itself so that it's not or you don't know it's not going to get hacked, but that they passed an audit and you can read the audit and see that they've taken that extra due diligence to make sure their contract is safe. So yeah, there are pretty high standards, and we charge a nominal fee for it too because it is free marketing, because we do market, well, it's not free marketing, but we market the tokens that are verified with us. So it's like a $300 fee or something, which isn't a lot in the crypto world, to come here and get your token verified with us. And very few tokens have been fully verified with us, and partially because we just started setting up those standards recently, and we have an FAQ sheet we made even just last week that you can read up on, and we're going to be trying to get more and more projects verified to help people come on here and choose safer projects.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, I think that's going to be the biggest differentiator with you guys, right? As you mentioned, Telegram is like a Wild West right now, right? You have anything goes. And you have scammers left and right. So in my opinion, I think I love the platform. I love the concept. You guys are putting in, when you say a one-stop shop, it's pretty much everything. So I think to really differentiate you guys, I think it has to bring the level of trust to a whole different level, really differentiate Telegram and other platforms at the moment. That's my opinion. I mean, I love the concept. But I think just to come into the platform that, hey, you know what? This is actually a safe, finally, it's a safe environment. And I can understand why it's hard for, adoption right beginning, and you like to keep that decentralization part of it. But somehow you guys can balance that out. I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah, there's definitely an element right now where, we aren't going to, like CMC at this point, collect all the different data from some different token and vet them and then list them manually every single time, simply because we're just not a big enough corporation to do so yet. So, just having them being able to list themselves is actually gotten a lot of projects that come on here, and it's gotten a lot of eyes on here. And so in these early adoption phases, I do think we are more secure and we have more secure investments than Telegram does. I think that Telegram is literally the wild, wild west, and this is a step above that. And then, like you said, in the future, we'll take further steps in security and while still trying to keep the value of the decentralized world to be decentralized and not have us as big, trying to put people in jail for shilling, because I know that that's happened to a lot of people on Telegram, where Telegram isn't built for crypto. It doesn't cater to the crypto investor community. So we're going to be able to respond better to those scams. We're going to be able to keep people out of jail just for simply shilling, and things like that. So, and we'll be able to kick out fake accounts really responsibly, especially trying to scam people in DMs and things like that. But as we scale, those are going to be important questions that we have to ask ourselves and also come to really good conclusions on. But we're not quite there yet. So.
No, I get it. I mean, right now you guys are looking for that adoption phase right now. So no, I get it. But I'm sure you guys are very mindful of that as well. What are the stats right now? How many projects are currently listed on your platform?
Yeah, I believe that there are 360 tokens listed on our platform, and there are 11,700 users in total that have ever signed up. In a general month, we have 3,200 unique active users. So, and these are all real numbers. One thing that we pride ourselves on is when we see people creating duplicate accounts, and because it is kind of still small, we can see these things and we delete them and things like that. We also are pretty bot proof because we have CAPTCHA as well as email verification. So people have to do a lot of manual work to create duplicate accounts themselves. And that's another value here. Like when you're on our platform, you're not going to get hit with, sir, please, can I market you this? Can I try to market you that? Basically, you're not going to get hit with, you got added to a giant group with 60,000 people in it, and it's a scam trying to get you to click a link. So some of those things that exist on Telegram, because the bots don't exist here, and that's one of our big selling points as well, that it is a much more calm and predictable and less scammy type of platform.
I love it, brother. I mean, I really love the concept. I mean, it's so think of it like a Telegram right now, right, guys? And you're able to literally being in one platform, you can do that swap, right? I mean, Pancake Swap is right there, and you can literally go back and interact with the community, and you can pretty much do anything, see the chart, pretty much do everything that other platforms provide in one spot. I mean, this is very convenient. When I think about this platform, it's convenient and efficient, and that's
we try to keep it. We try to keep it really intuitive, just like you said. When you log on, we want users to immediately know what to do and for it to be intuitive. And we've taken a lot of pages out of Telegram's book and Discord's book, and some of the most successful sites in the world. We really looked at them as examples of why does this site get adopted? What is about their UX, their user experience, that makes it simplified? We spent many countless hours at night, like talking for 4 or 5 or 6 hours about every little intricacy and how could this be more efficient. And a lot of the utilities that are coming, you don't even see here yet. So this thing is a long way to go, and we have the funding and political backing, to be honest with you, not like from politicians, but from influential people in the space and in investment firms to keep us going for a long time and have this be successful.
Your developer, is that an in-house developer?
Yeah, I want to talk about our developers if we have a second.
Let's do it, because I mean, I see a lot of different ideas, within your platform. So, and I can see that it has to be an indoor developer for him to really sit there and talk with you guys.
Yeah, we started with an in-house developer from the very beginning. He worked for companies such as Apple, Hess Gas Station, and United Airlines. He's a really good guy, really down to earth, kind of guy that you'd like to hang out with, but also a genius on the computer and coding. So we've been working with him this whole entire time. And since then, we've outsourced things here and there through third parties, particularly like cryptocurrency data, because a lot of what our dev has had to do is focus on the Web 2 elements, getting everything loading, the navigation, all those different things. So we've outsourced for a bit, but finally we've received the funding and received kind of just also met the right people that we've actually onboarded 3 more in-house developers. So we have a full-time blockchain kind of data scientist who's actually responsible for all these charts and the live TXNs and the things that you see in terms of the crypto data on the platforms. And he's going to be moving on to some other, he's building the asset tracker for us too, which is going to allow you to basically track all your coins across different wallets, also see some of the different wallets that wallets interact with, and save all your wallets in one database that you can kind of quickly switch through. And those will give you live up-to-date pricing and how many tokens you have. It also tell you like things like how much you've invested total in a token or how much you've sold total in a token. It's got a lot of cool data on there. So we've got that new guy on. He's awesome. He's from Europe. I'll just say I don't necessarily want to give everyone's locations and stuff away. And then we also just got a new guy who's going to take over as our front-end developer, and our CTO is going to go into back-end development and really focus on removing the lag, making this thing really function really, really smoothly, and be able to switch between things really, really accurately, as well as upgrades to the chat room itself, adding new features, making it more like Discord, more like Telegram, more like a top-of-the-line chat platform. So on top of that, we just also hired an intern who is a Web3 / full stack Web 2 developer kind of hybrid. He's just kind of graduating from his computer science major. And so he's going to be on with us as an intern. So in total, we have 4 in-house developers working around the clock, you know, to make this thing better and improve it. So, and we haven't even begun to see the fruits of that labor yet, because we just hired them literally last week. A lot of them have come on. So.
No, the reason why I asked that is because I see so many different angles, so many moving parts, and I see you guys' big vision. You know, this is an ambitious project, actually. So I was a little concerned if you guys do not have those developer within your company in order to move efficiently, right? And it seems like you guys recognize that, and you guys did bring people on. So I think that's actually that is amazing to see. Yeah, man, it's a lot of things that have to come together, and I see all the parts are moving together. Yeah, I think you guys will move a lot quicker now with those developer in-house.
Yeah, I agree. And I've seen a lot of crypto projects die at the hands of outsourced developers, because you can pay a firm, and not only is the firm taking half the money, only half the money generally is going to go to the development team. The other half is going to go to the firm that you hire or the outsourced devs that you hire. They're going to upcharge you, and they're going to be looking to give you a minimal viable product, and they're going to walk away. And you got burned for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. I don't even know how much. And you have a half-assed dead-end product, to be honest with you, that can't evolve and can't grow as a code base. And I've seen it happen to too many people. And right from the start, we never got into that. And it's been the reason that we've existed for over a year now. We've lasted for over a year. We hit an all-time high market cap during the peak of the last bull season of 45 million. And now we're, you know, like crashed like everything else, but we're seeing an uptrend again. We're at a combined market cap of 4 million right now. So yeah, there's a lot of room to grow, and we've already had a lot of success and a lot of investors, and we're going to continue to do so. And I think most of the tokens that have existed when we started have since given up or died because of lack of funding or lack of interest, or just because it's hard to function as a DeFi token for a long time.
Yeah, it is, you know, and with any project, especially a project like this, is the adoptions, right? The early phases of the project. So with that, while you're speaking on that, what are the marketing strategies to get your name out here? Because I think the concept is great, right? So now when it comes down to it, it's pretty much the marketing side of it, right? Getting in the front of as many people as you can, because if a person sees this project, they will resonate with the project. So what are the strategies as far as marketing goes?
Yeah, we've had a lot of different marketing strategies. Like you name it, we've done it. We've had YouTubers, we've had AMAs such as this one. We've had shout outs on every social media. We've done a lot of grassroots marketing as well. So basically we've kind of done it all. And we typically do marketing in little bursts. And then a vast majority of our funding is going into development of this thing. And partially because, is this platform 100% market ready to where we want it, with no bugs, functions 100% smooth? Probably not. It's still kind of in beta in a way. There's still things that can be improved upon. There's still UI elements that can make the site look better. imperfections that we can add to the chart, to the asset tracker, all these different things. And so we believe strongly in putting all our money into marketing and making this 100% complete free platform for everyone to use. And then moving those funds into marketing from development when this thing, in our opinion, is more or less pencils down. Of course, it's never fully pencils down, but you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we do a lot of AMAs. We love AMAs because at this point, especially in Telegram, because we can basically display this platform and kind of, rather than try to tell people about some hype token that's coming out or some lofty utility, we can actually show people that we created something and it's used and it's getting new users every day and it's going somewhere. And that's been really, really helpful for us. We also like Twitter AMAs because, you've heard the Twitter Spaces, because you've heard the expression probably a Telegram AMA is like doing marketing in your own house in some ways, for if it's our own Telegram, but Twitter is knocking on everyone's door, kind of, because other people that may have not been in there can see you. So I like both Telegram and Twitter AMAs a lot. I think that's our strongest marketing strategy. We also, for every new token that lists with us, we tweet them out as a new listing. That gets tons of new eyes on us. The amount of marketing strategies that A1 does, and he is here right now. I think he might have stepped out, but if he wanted to hop in and mention that at any time, that's fine. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. So,
yeah, when I think of this platform here, Funk, given that the crypto space is so new, right? We're one of the very early people on the space right now, and we know that people are still coming in. Crypto's not going away anytime soon, but there's a huge barrier to onboard the regular people coming in, and so when I look at your project, I feel like this could be it. Right, this could be the it platform, but just because you guys, it's inclusive of pretty much everything into one platform. So I think, from my opinion, if you guys somehow able to really put a lot of deep thoughts into that aspect of it, where you can onboard the regular user in the future, where they can actually help you guys propel this to a different level. Now, everybody's in the crypto space and resonate with this already, I'm assuming. But I think your big demographic, because what you guys trying to achieve, I think it may be for the onboarding the new people that are coming to the space. That's how I see it. That's why my opinion.
Yeah, no, I do as well. And that's a big part of why the education page is going to be really, really important to us. Because, and also our tutorial videos, making tutorial videos on this platform, because, when you come to Telegram, you're just in the dark. It's nothing. You're not even in any groups. You have to get added to each one and slowly come into it. Having tutorial videos for how to use this platform and how to get into DeFi from start to finish, how to get to the centralized exchange, and how to get those funds in. And especially having a wallet or even a centralized exchange in our platform, I mean, that would be the game changers right there, right? Because now I can come into this chat platform and be socializing and just download the wallet in the app and trade in the app and onboard and offboard fiat in the app. I mean, those would be the big game changers that if we do continue to improve and get more funding and things like that, we would want to build really everything into this. And it is an absolutely lofty project, but I think that we're proving that we can do it, and we're ahead of the game. We started this thing, I think, before anyone else was trying to compete with us. So we have had a couple competitors come out and they talk a big game, and everyone thinks that maybe they're going to be bigger, and then they release their product, and then everyone realizes exactly how hard this thing is to build, a true all-in-one crypto platform for DeFi. So, and this guy's,
I see the educational piece. I see the the services, and so you guys are pretty much tailored to everyone, not just for the investors that are crypto enthusiasts, but also the developers and the projects at the same time. Yeah, so that's great that you guys are mindful and trying to balance at the same time, right? Because you need both to be to be on the platform. Now, I know that you guys have around 6 to 8 ways to earn revenue or passive income for investors.
Yeah, so,
can we speak on that?
Yeah, so I'll talk about that. To some degree, we have to be careful about wording here, because if owning the token is a way to make revenue, then it becomes a security, and we don't want to be classified as a security, at least right now, until we go through the proper SEC paperwork. So how the platform works and how it kind of generates revenue for the user and what gives value to the tokens is that everything on the platform is the tokens are the use case utility for the platform. So someone wants to come like VaderX and buy ad space, they have to buy X amount of tokens and send those tokens into us. That's the payment we accept. If you want to get verified as a project, you can see these green verification badges for users, or verified as a project, they have to pay in CoinMerge tokens. There's going to be dozens and dozens as this thing grows out and we begin to monetize. We do believe in adoption before monetization. If you're a token and you want to get kind of advertised or displayed here in any kind of way, you're going to have to pay in CoinMerge tokens. So there's going to be tons of buy pressure from people who, instead of paying in BNB or ETH or something like that, have to pay in our token, which means they have to buy the token, which adds value to it. We have other ideas as well, like maybe even a poker game where you can play poker with other users and basically stake some amount of CoinMerge. There's like a pool that they win for that. We have all kinds of ideas for how to increase the utilization of the use case on the platform. So some of those revenue streams that are in those that white paper and otherwise, and I appreciate you doing your due diligence and research on that, is outdated, and we need to make new updates for that. But yeah, essentially everything on this is going to use CoinMerge tokens. So if you have CoinMerge tokens now, those can buy all the utilities on here, and that's what's going to cause a lot of the buy pressure as we go along and get more adopted. Specifically buying banner ads or the featured chart, or AMAs with us on the platform, voice AMAs on the platform, things like that. There's going to be a lot of money coming into the token from that.
Awesome. Yeah, we have big plans for the USA crypto group as well. Big plans. So, I mean, maybe something that I'd like to talk with you guys, because I do see an angle where we can actually come together. I definitely love the vision, brother.
Yeah, thanks, man. And as we become more optimized, yeah, I would love to have your group, a copy or version of your group on here as well, and work together. So.
Yeah, one of the things that, I actually signed up for the platform, and I went through the platform, and, very easy to do. But I did not know that it actually allow like a group like us, like a research group like us, to build, our community in here as well. So yeah, that's good to know. I will definitely do that. All right, Funk, is there anything else that you want to speak on?
No, I do just want to say one last point to that, though, is, yeah, like it's cool that you can come create this private group here, but I do want to say, of course, we're not the functionality and the usability of the platform are not going to be at this current state as optimized as Telegram. It's not going to be perfectly smooth, glitchless, like 100% intuitive, and exactly that experience at this point. We are recoding the chat room to be a step up shortly, but I'm just saying that basically just kind of a disclaimer that where this thing was and where it is now and where it's going to be are three very, very different places. And so, just understand that development takes time, and maybe if you find any idiosyncrasies or things that don't work exactly perfect or load instantly, those things we do have a plan for every single one of those things, and it is going to get to a place where it is flawless and smooth. So.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it took me like, less than a couple of seconds just to sign up. So it was very easy process. Yeah, very self-explanatory, but it's much needed in the space. I love the convenience of it, man. Yeah. But again, I think, from my opinion, like I said before, I think as you guys grow, I think, what we need in the space is that a place where, now you cannot weed out all the scammers 100%, but I think within the crypto space, we definitely need like a hub like you guys where, we feel a lot more confident going in here looking for projects, right? Because as you know, like even with your project, when you guys launch, you probably have like 4 or 5 different copycats out there, and every day people lose money. So if a project, if the platform where I can go, you know what, I'm going to go to CoinMerge, and if I search CoinMerge, and that's the only CoinMerge that's on there, and I know for the fact that that's a legit project, and I think that's going to be huge, and it's going to be very helpful for everyone.
Yeah, I think so too, man. And I appreciate your kind words.
Awesome, brother. So if you don't have anything else to speak on, we're going to have Mike coming on, and we're going to take questions.
Good. I'm going to stop screen sharing.
All right, guys. That was a very good presentation there, Funk. Appreciate it. I joined into your platform there. We were just chatting a second ago. Very clean. I really like it.
Yeah.
So before I get into the text questions, I've got a couple of minutes. I'd like to ask if anybody on voice would like to ask any questions. Please feel free to unmute yourself and do so. My first community question is, what is your plan about localization? You have local communities for those who do not speak English well. What can we expect to see on your platform in the short term and long term?
Yeah, so we are going to add probably some APIs or like software into the platform to just auto translate words into their native language based on their IP address, including in the chat.
Perfect. Same here. Second question is, I asked if there's any plan adding some simple games on the chat.
Games, yeah, we have a really cool, and if anyone is in here that can share our game UI, we're actually making social games that you can play with other users. You know, it's funny, I didn't actually show the mobile view for the platform. I should have done that. I could have done that on PC. But yeah, we are going to basically have several different live action multiplayer mobile games we're looking at. Honestly, the classics, the ones that you can replay a million times and they still retain their value. Those games that we're looking at are poker, like some kind of billiards game, chess, and Connect Four, maybe like Battleship or like Pong or something like that. So we really want to keep the social element of those games where you play multiplayer and you actually have a rating in each of those games. And when you beat another player, it's like an ELO system. You gain or lose rating based on what their rating is. And so we'll have lobbies that you can join to play different people in all those different games. And then in addition to that, we have cool ideas like a slot machine where tokens can advertise in the slot machine by actually like adding their tokens to a pool. And if you pull the slot machine, you can earn tokens. And, you know, basically that would be based on how many CoinMerge tokens you have, how many spins you get a day on that. So really cool things like that in games, but games are absolutely have to be on there. It's non-negotiable for me. I've even fought with our CEO about it because I want it more than he does.
I like it. I do. You know, and all those games you said there are the perfect classics that I always love to play as well. That's really good. I like that. So next community question is, partnerships is one of the most important elements to affirm trust and reliability of any project to the community. Can you share about some of your partnerships and how they influence CoinMerge?
Yeah, I would say for one, we have a partnership with DAR, which is a centralized exchange. They've kind of been our biggest partner for a little while. They have a bunch of other utilities too. Definitely check those guys out. We have a partnership with Defiant. We have a partnership with Shuna Inuverse and their whole ecosystem. We have so many partners, it's crazy. We have a partnership with the Green Candle, which is a marketing agency. We had a partnership with Luna, marketing agency, not Luna the token. We have partnerships with Comar's NFTs for education. I mean, I'm just reading off a list. I think we have like 20 or Poly Inu is a DeFi game token. So I could keep going, but yeah, we've got dozens of partnerships and we're continuing to make a lot more. We have a partner with influencer Woody, and we also work with crypto rookies. Inrust, we're a pick for Inrust We Trust, so we have sponsorship there. Anti-Ruggers, Telegram. So the list goes on and on. I don't know what else to say about it.
Oh, it's quite vast, yeah. You know, it's all about building that solid foundation. So it sounds like you got a lot of solid partnerships there, as I'm familiar with most of them. Very good. Next question from the community is, what do you think is the first and the most to focus on? Is it the mobile platform improvement, the marketing, or the token grow, or all of it?
We put the vast majority of our efforts into the product. This is a massive product to build out. And when the time comes to market it, we'll just say this: the crypto world will know. So it's all into the mobile apps and the PC app and the web platform. That's where almost all of our efforts are going. Now, not to say we do no marketing. I'm here, aren't I? Right. And we have another giant AMA after this on our Twitter Spaces, which y'all can check out, between like 4 different influencers and communities. So we do a lot of marketing, but the vast majority of our efforts are spent on the platform.
Perfect. Next community question. And by the way, guys, if you'd like to ask anything in between here, just fine. I see Bless coming on. Go ahead, Bless.
Hi, Mike. Hi, everyone.
You got a question, brother?
Yeah, sure. I have a question. It's been an amazing aim so far, and yeah, I have already signed into CoinMerge, with my email, and I love everything about your website too. The CAO, I've been good in answering most of the community questions, but there is still some of my questions he didn't, clear things about very well. So this one is about okay. The first question here is that many projects, have complained about launchpads collecting some percentage of their tokens as fees, and ends up dumping their tokens, thereby creating a disaster to the project. So what's your take on this? Will you guys also, take the project tokens as fees, or will it be in stable coins or other cryptos, as the case may be?
Sorry, man, I'm not. You're asking if we take funds from other tokens, for like a launchpad situation?
Yeah.
We only take funds for advertising with us. So if tokens want to advertise for us or buy a banner ad or this, that, or the other, just like Dex tools or any of the, other utilities, that's the only reason we take money from people.
No, I mean the fees of probably, a token project that wants to launch, that wants to use a launch pad.
There's no fees.
Oh, there's no fees. It's totally free, right?
Everything on our platform is 100% free. Yep.
Oh, wow, amazing. So my second question is, about your auditing service. How are you guys gonna be doing the auditing? Do you have professionals that will take care of that? And how fast will you guys be in auditing contract? Because it doesn't make any sense when a particular project waits for more than 7 days just to get audited.
We don't audit projects. We do provide lists of the top auditing companies, and we allow tokens to get audited through professionals. We don't do that utility right now.
Okay, nice. I've been in your chat platform in this thing, so I don't know how you guys are gonna develop that and implement the reply feature, because the last time I checked, there wasn't a feature to.
We definitely need the reply feature. We definitely need the feature. There's a couple features that we definitely need to add, and it's in our scope. Basically, after some of the core changes, which are going to make the site load a lot faster and be a lot more responsive and instantaneous, and really optimize the way the data loads in, and the navigation and deep linking and stuff like that, we're going to do a chat overhaul thing, and you'll be seeing a lot of those features in the near future. So thanks.
Okay, thank you so much. That's all for now, bro. Thanks, Mike.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate the question. All right, jumping back to the text questions here. Next one for the community is, can you guys provide educational videos related to your project and the blockchain technology guidelines? And how friendly is your platform to the new user? I can at least answer that last one. It's very friendly. It took me like a couple of seconds to sign up. I was in the group chatting with the guys in about a minute.
Yeah. What was the first part of that question?
It was about educational videos. Will you guys be maybe adding down the line educational videos related to your project and also blockchain technology?
Yeah, we already have them. Go to education, and if you actually go to the if you go to the education tab and you go to basically the list of everything, the like glossary, so to speak, then you can see all the different things that are highlighted blue. We've made a custom educational video on. Some of those educational videos pertain to CoinMerge specific stuff, and some pertain to blockchain stuff. And as I just said, even just today, we've secured a partnership with CoinMerge NFTs, which is an educational. They're not a token; they're just a educational organization on Web3 and blockchain, and they're going to be writing articles for us. So we really want that education page to be a lot like Wikipedia, where like certain terms are highlighted in blue, so you can jump from article to article, and deep linking is a big part of that. And obviously, we would tailor the information. We wouldn't let anyone write on it like Wikipedia does. But yeah, we really want to build up that education page to have tons of content and resources to help anyone learn not only about Web3, blockchain, and CoinMerge, but also to even learn how to code and learn how coding works and how to read the blockchain correctly, and ways that can help both investors and developers alike.
I absolutely love that. Even have the technical educational pieces there as well. For someone like me that enjoys to watch that, I absolutely love that. Next text question from the community is Telegram once attempted to integrate a blockchain into the platform, but ran up against regulatory issues. How do you plan on avoid hitting similar hurdles and getting over them?
Yeah, in terms of regulatory issues, the only thing I can really think of is that we'll run into, because we're not a centralized exchange and we don't hold any money and things like that, at least at this time. The NFT Marketplace will bring up a lot of these questions, but because we don't hold any money and because we are not an exchange, although we have the ability to swap through Uniswap and PancakeSwap routers, we just don't face any of those. I do know that, if Apple, very specifically Apple, doesn't like decentralized swaps on their apps, so we may run into that in the future for iPhone applications, but that isn't even a small portion of all the different utilities that we have that won't be an issue for that same iPhone app. So at the end of the day, right now we're too small for them to really notice and care, but eventually, yeah, we'll run into that with the decentralized swap on the Apple phone only. But at the end of the day, I guess it kind of begs the question is, why do you want to buy from a company that wants to handcuff you and prevent you from having certain technology? So maybe switch to Android.
Yeah, 100%. All right, next one coming from Radiohead here from the community is this is a pre-sale question. What was your hard cap and soft cap, and how were those funds allocated?
We didn't have a hard cap or soft cap. We fair launched on both chains, and we put 100%, all 5 billion tokens, into Uniswap and PancakeSwap. We didn't keep any for ourselves. Every token that CoinMerge LLC owns was bought and purchased just like regular investors.
Perfect, fair launch. Next question for the community is, do you plan on adding any real-life utility, like holding a charity, considering what's going on with the world right now in certain areas of the world, which I think would differentiate you from the competitors in terms of investor support?
Yeah, we've already donated to a lot of different charities. We donated to Red Panda token, and I believe we donated over $15,000 to them. We donated money to breast cancer, which actually went directly to breast cancer victims to help them pay for their medical bills and otherwise. We did an LA food drive charity event with a couple professional baseball players from the LA Dodgers. And a lot of that money went into the LA Food Bank. So those are just some of the charitable works that we've done. And we've also done some environmentalism things as well. So at the end of the day, we strongly believe in giving back, and we know that we will even more when the funds are even better than they are.
Perfect. Appreciate that, Funk. I'll take probably another 2 questions here for the community. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Next one's coming from hashtag is, there are well-established swaps, such as PancakeSwap, Uniswap, many other big swaps. Mostly all the traffic is in there. Secondly, nowadays, many projects also develop their own swap as you guys. So what is the benefit you guys will have using your swap, and will it get some percentage of fees on the swap or any other benefit?
The swap that we're going to be coding is just going to use the Uniswap and PancakeSwap router, but I think the question indicates to me that they didn't watch or fully understand the utility or the full that we're not really a swap.
So I'm going to grab one more question here. All right. My name is Mud. You already answered that one. We'll move on here. Appreciate that. Actually, he's been knocking a lot of these out. Appreciate that. Let's see. All right. Next one. I'll take one more here from Deanna. I'll kick it back to Seattle after this. Coming from Deanna, is we believe that we are on the upswing of the current bear market, and our team is bullish on the crypto at large and both of our tokens as well as bull in the market. So, I'm sorry, that was more of a suggestion. I apologize. Let me get to Niu here. Are you planning on letting people decide what coin that they get rewards on? I mean, like an exchange where you can choose to get your rewards on, let's say ETH, for a smaller fee.
Yeah, you can only get rewards on the ETH blockchain if you buy our ETH token, and the BNB blockchain if you buy our BNB token. Those are the only tokens that you can get rewarded in.
Yeah, perfect, straightforward there. I like that. All right, that's all the questions we're going to take for the community. If there's anyone I had missed, please hop on over to the CoinMerge Telegram and ask your questions. If there's anything I missed, I'm sure they'll be happy to answer that. I appreciate all the answers there, Funk. Very well articulated. I'm going to kick it back to Seattle.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having us, guys. And hope that you join CoinMerge.io and also consider investing. Not financial advice, of course, but hope that you do.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Funk. Very well presented, your project. And I love the concept. This is one of the projects that I would love to see it succeed. And I just don't see a reason why you guys would not succeed, being that you guys pretty much the first mover trying to implement a strategy like this, right? And again, if you're an investor, you gotta understand that a concept like this, right? A real use case like this, it takes time. But if you zoom out or zoom in, you can see that there's so many moving parts that you guys are trying to do. And I think you guys are trying to piece everything together. And like you said, one-stop shop there. And I think you guys are on the right track. Really appreciate you being here again, Funk, and very well presented your project. If you don't have anything, a last word for us, Funk, we're going to go ahead and have... Oh, one thing, Funk, we'd like to raise awareness to your Telegram by, having our community go over there and say, Great AMA USA Crypto Group. Is that something that you want us to do?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. All right. So Johnny's going to type that out. Make sure you guys go in there, partake in the community and also sign up for the platform. It's actually very well put together. Still in the early stages, but very well put together. All right. So Mike's going to do a giveaway now.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate that. All right, guys. One of the favorite parts here at the end of the day, giveaway time. We have $75 to give away tonight to 3 lucky participants. One will be randomly drawn for the attendees on the wheel. One for the best question that I will sift through like always. And one, like Seattle said, to one random person that joins over to CoinMerge's Telegram. It says Great AMA at USA Crypto Group. Without further ado, I'm going to shuffle this up and grab our winner off the wheel.
Hey, Mike, it looks like we're going to do a $100 giveaway today. So two people on the wheel.
All right. I like it. Beauty fades. Won yourself $25. Let's get another. Seattle wanted to give another 25 away because he's hoping to get his name pulled.
Oh man, I think I'm starting to lose hope.
I feel you, man. Coffee Bird, $25 winner as well. You're always here every single day, man. I appreciate your attendance, brother. Your commitment. I love it. That's it for the wheel, guys. I will be sure to get you guys over at CoinMerge a copy of the AMA ASAP, as well as upload it to YouTube and grab you that link as well. That's it. Great AMA, guys. Oh, and I'll be sure to post in the main chat like always as soon as possible. Great AMA.
All right, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I mean, I love the concept, brother. I mean, it's an amazing concept. It's one of those projects that you want to see succeed. So